So, good day everyone. Let's talk about sustainable development. So, lesson objectives. After this lesson, you should be able to recall the different definition of sustainable development, examine the various challenges to sustainable development, and articulate links between sustainable development and globalization. So, what is sustainable development? Sustainable development is which meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. So in 1987, the term sustainable development was first coined during the World Commission on Environment and Development, also known as WCEB. It was defined as the development that can meet the needs of the present generation with compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. So to achieve this, global actors and government must make appropriate policies and action that take into account the entwined aspect of social, cultural, economic development, and environmental protection and enhancement. In 2000, the global leader from the UN member states reached a consensus and adopted for Millennium Development Goals. To pursue poverty reduction and human development, it is composed of 18 goals that are target to be achieved by the year of 2015. So the first is to eradicate extreme poverty and hunger. Next is to achieve universal primary education. Next, to promote gender equality and empower women. Next, to reduce child mortality. And next is to improve material health. Next is to combat HIV, AIDS, malaria, and other disease. And next is to develop a global partnership for development. So, in 2015, UN member states adopted the 17 Sustainable Development Goals to address poverty, inequalities, and climate change by the year of 2030. The 17 goals are the following. First goal is no poverty. Second goal, zero hunger. And the third goal is good health and well-being. The fourth goal and quality education. The fifth, gender equality. And the sixth, clean water and sanitation. And number seven, affordable and clean energy. And number eight, decent work and economic growth. And number 9, industry innovation and infrastructure. Number 10, reduce inequality. Number 11, sustainable cities and communities. And number 12, responsible consumption and production. And number 13, climate action. Number 14, life below water. Number 15, life on hand. And number 16, peace and justice string institution. And 17, partnership to achieve the goal. So the challenges in sustainable development. First is the poverty. Poverty is usually referred to as the lack and deprivation of important basic needs of people. It's also usually identified and measured through per capita income. So next is income inequality. There's a clear evidence of fast economic growth since the 20th century, as measured through the global per capita. So, however, despite the booming economy, the gap between the rich and the poor also increased. As mentioned, the per capita of the richest 25% of the global population increase. The persistent inequality is seen to be an enormous challenge to sustainable development. So, unsustainable pattern and production and consumption. Maintaining sustainable consumption and production pattern in society are important. Aspirations include in the Sustainable Development Goals. Consumption of natural resources has been tremendously increasing in the last decades. WWF discussed that in the year 2010 and 2013, the world population has been consuming 1.5 Earth in terms of resources and ecological service we access. This is referred to as an ecological footprint, which refer to the goods and services consumed by a person include the use of fossil fuels to provide the several I mean the service and product. Environmental destruction. The present system of production and consumption creates tremendous impact on the environment. The present day extraction and production process often involve over-harvesting from ecosystem beyond the regeneration capacity of the environment. Massive carbon dioxide emission and the exploitation of the common water and land resources. The following are information on the state of Philippines environmental indicators. First one is forest cover, mineral well, agricultural ecosystem, freshwater ecosystem, and urban ecosystem. So, economic globalization and sustainable development. Economic globalization means enhance of trading among countries. One of the most important goals is to pursuit of economic growth and enhancement of production of goods and services. Increasing trading is also about encouraging competition. So, in summary, sustainable development was first coined in 1987 during World Commission on Environment and Development. It is, however, interpreted differently by various actors. Some organizations would highlight the economic aspect, others would emphasize the social and environmental aspect of development. World leaders also recognize that sustainable development must be a common agenda of all nations, resulting the commitment to global agreements such as the Millennium Development Goals and the Sustainable Development Goals. There are, however, the challenges in the attainment of sustainable development. These are global poverty, extreme inequality, environmental destruction, as well as unsustainable pattern of production and consumption. These issues are interlinked with each other.